Welcome on today's episode of It's More. Thank you for listening and watching in. Today I have a very lovely, amazing lady in the studio. Oh, you guys, I am so excited. I'm also nervous doing this interview, so bear with me if you see me quiet or acting a certain way. Her name is Helena Mayanja. I have to make sure I say this right, okay? She's into corporate affairs and public relations profession. I don't know what that means. I know what the words mean, but I don't know exactly what it means. But thank God she's here to help you. And I am sure even someone there who's watching feels the same way. Helena, thank you so much for making time and being, here on my podcast.
You're very welcome, and thank you so much for having me.
Always. So let's start from what does even corporate affairs and public relations profession mean?
I'm going to throw another spanner in the works, another big word. So right now, I am the head of corporate affairs and sustainability at the bank that I work for.
Okay.
Corporate affairs is really bridging the gap between an organization and different audiences, mainly your main stakeholders, as well as government. And what you want to do here is be a part of the policy conversations. So, should they be looking to change a law on banking? Should they be looking to change a regulation on banking? If we have gotten our corporate affairs relations right, if we have gotten our stakeholder management and engagement right, we should be able to be brought onto that table to be a part of that conversation, to say, guys, if we change X law, what do you think? So what we want to do is, what anybody wants to do, any organization wants to do, is be a part of the change. And that's what corporate affairs helps you to do. The public relations side, still bridging the gap between an organization and the general public. So we want people to understand what we do, how we do it, and simplify things. So while the title has a lot of biggish words, my job is to simplify it. Yeah.
When did this lap for you for the corporate world? First and foremost, how long have you been doing it for?
Oh, good Lord. Don't play with my age right now.
Okay.
I've been doing it for a while. Funny, before we started, you were talking about my sibling and growing up, our plan, him and I, was to be musicians. We are creatives.
So for those who don't know who the brother is, he is the, should I say, legendary hip-hop sensation. I don't even know all those words I've said, but it sounds like they fit. The myth. And yeah, she is related. So when in case you're wondering what it is. And I heard she can rap. So yeah, it would be nice to actually give us something.
No, but yeah. So when we were growing up, our plan was to do music together. And I even took it a step further, because then I was also a dancer. I still dance.
Okay.
I was also a dancer. So I really believed I was going to be on stage. Then one time we had to do an internship, the mandatory internship of uni. And we had to go and work.
Yeah.
And my first internship was at the Monitor newspaper. And I used to sit there and proofread the paper. And I hated it so much. Like, what am I doing? Like, before the paper comes out, I'd have to read the whole paper through, find any mistakes, and like a pseudo editor, read the whole paper through. Find any mistakes, point them out, and give it back to them.
Yeah, that has to be very creative. You're like, I'm supposed to be on stage.
It was so boring. Then my next internship is where, so we were lucky to go into an internship as friends. So me and my girls are in the same place. And then we start actually winning, where you'd have a sales target and we'd actually reach our targets and surpass them and actually be better than the actual employees.
Wow.
And I was like, wait a minute, I can do this.
I'm good at this.
I have a competitive side. So my competitive side was like...
easy.
Small work. So that's how it grew. And then I found myself at MultiChoice, DSTV, as their public relations manager. And at the time, for that interview, I had beaten out 800 people.
Wow.
And the MD kept saying it like, you beat 800 people, you beat 800 people.
Wow.
And that whole winning mentality. I'm like, I've got this. Helena Mayanja, me personally, I'm an introvert. When you talk about being out of your comfort zone, I've been out of my comfort zone for years. Wow. And you don't even I don't get used to it. Like, I have to have my moments of zen. I'm a Christian, and that backbone and upbringing is so strong in me, and it is what has helped me through.
Did you have this conversation with God of like, God, I had a plan, music and all of that, and now you've thrown me, what are you trying to do? Like,
no,
that?
I had a conversation with God way later, because somehow I started this thing, and I started DSTV young, and at the time the people who were in the PR space were much older, but because I was working at their level, the newspapers, everybody thought I was at that age. I wasn't.
Wow.
So after a while, it became overwhelming for me. Already, I'm out of my comfort zone, and then I'm with people many years my senior. Like the people I had to sit with and talk with about different things of the profession. So I would go to them because it's no competition. So you can talk to them about how you're running the space. This is what I do. Like I had mentors in them. And sometimes it was just so overwhelming because I'm thinking, this guy is thinking light years ahead, because he is light years ahead.
Yeah.
And then I started feeling, I started getting the strongest imposter syndrome. And that is when you ask the question of when did I speak to God about this career path? That is when I spoke to God about my career path. Like, where did you lead me? Or did I just go somewhere I wasn't supposed to be? But I've managed to stay in that space forever because it is always evolving.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you before COVID, all I did was crisis management. That's all I did. Like, I didn't do the day-to-day public relations stuff. All I handled was crisis management. And I was handling crisis management for several different organizations, different personalities. I mean, people got into... I signed NDAs. So, non-disclosure agreements. But yes, that's all I did.
But how did you snap out of okay, you know what? I know my music and all of that. This is it. Let's go.
I think as my career grew, the responsibilities grew, and music just stayed at the background. Although if you saw me at a hip hop concert, you would think,
word for word.
Word for word. I always lose my voice the next day. I'm in pain because I've danced as if they were paying me. But yeah.
So it's still there. No, it's like a hobby.
It's there. I speak, feel, think, breathe music. When I'm sad or having a tough time, there are albums I'll listen to, and by the time I reach the office or home or wherever, I'm up. I'm lucky to be such a morning person, so my mornings I'm already energetic and whatever, but Sometimes things are tight.
Yeah. I'm sure now when you're like, okay, this is my career path, there are things that you had to adjust to, and there are disciplines and characters and things that you had to grow yourself into. What are these things and how did you do that?
For me, it's consistency. Some people think I'm a creature of habit. So some people think it's lazy because I just don't change my ways. I just get something that works and stick to it. But I think it's consistency at the core of it. Like I said before, I like to win.
What are those small tiny things that other people look as like, and you're like, nada, it would save you a long way?
I think accountability might be another, and accountability can be in different ways. You might need an accountability partner. You might need someone who says, yeah, you're not putting God on hold. I was at a talk where we were told you should think about your life and have a board of directors for you.
For your life, not
for your
business,
life, not business,
your life.
For your life.
Wow.
So think about someone who talks about finances to you, who helps you in your finances, who helps you grow. Because at the end of the day, if all our friends are at the same level as us, we will never grow.
Vibes, inshallah.
We'll never grow. We'll be in vibes. We'll be in vibes and we'll stay at the same level. And how sad it will be.
Yes.
To get to 50 and you're still in vibes. Broke. So you need an account, maybe somebody who speaks to you or someone who you go to and speak to about finances. Someone on your religion, your spirituality. What do you want out of it? Someone who talks you through your days. Someone for your career, for your business, someone you admire, someone who... All these people, all these someones should be doing better than you. Someone I used to work with long time ago used to say, the person you want to meet is 3 people away. The person you need is 3 people away. So it's someone who knows someone who can connect you.
Yeah.
They're just 3 people away.
Yeah.
But while I was at World Vision for a full year, 2023, it was the most impactful work I have ever done because it was grassroots. I got to work. I was at the headquarters, but there were times you'd have to go on ground. So Uganda has the largest manyata in the world.
What is manyata?
It's like a village. And the way this is, think desert, think arid, think dry, right? And it's built like they build a wall of sticks. And when I say a wall of sticks, it sounds like a joke, but it would be hard for a bullet to get through that wall. And it's sticks. They are so well built. It's sticks on sticks on sticks. Think the pyramids of Egypt. It's stones on stones on stones. This is sticks on sticks on sticks. But it is so thick. It's such a thick wall. But the entrance to it is shorter than this chair.
Why?
They say for security. It's a little...
Yeah, so by the time you're trying to sneak in, they'll just...
Correct.
Oh,
it's a little thing like that. And you go, like, you...
Literally lie down.
Some of the manyatas are so low, you have to lie. So you crawl through on your stomach. You have to crawl through. I am 6'1".
I would want to see that. Do you have a video?
I do. It's so embarrassing. I do. No, but that, like, you see we talk about poverty here. We don't know what poverty is. We talk about suffering. We don't know what suffering is. If those people in the Manyata were the ones complaining and crying here, I would get it. We are blessed beyond measure. And I think because we are blessed beyond measure, we don't even appreciate it.
Yeah.
Correct. We don't even appreciate it. Those people are suffering. Should they have a meal in a week? And I'm talking babies. I have a video where, because World Vision, you don't show children or people in certain humiliating ways. But I have raw footage. And a child is sat there on the grandmother because both parents have died. The grandmother is at her last and she's begging. They're crying, but not a tear is coming out because they are so malnourished. There's nothing coming out. They are, all the diseases were in that place. Like, I saw everything. You get to, we got into a raid, and while it was crazy because we could have lost our lives, it was nothing compared to what these children are going through.
What are some of those things that you know, when you entered, you had to overcome and not even adjust, but also build yourself above them to actually be the person you are?
There are several. I think everywhere I have been has been a bit of a culture shock. The way we were brought up, we are very, as a family, we're very open-minded, maybe westernized a bit. Yeah. So we generally take things at face value. If you say, oh, I like your presentation, this is a really good presentation, I take you for your word.
Yeah.
And then you learn, in fact,
that's not
what someone meant. They're just being polite, or they're just being, and yet they really hate what you've done. And I'd have some shocks where you're in a meeting and you're agreed on something and it's time to present and you're seeing brand new slides. Like the person didn't even have the courtesy
to fill you in.
Meanwhile, you're the one presenting.
Stop.
They didn't have the courtesy to fill you in. And what that has then taught me is two things. One, there's just pure bad manners. But two, they're rooting for you to fail.
That's wicked.
It is. They're rooting for you to fail. So it's seemingly small things. I am seen a certain way. A place that I loved so much because of what it made, it helped me do and fulfill. You hear someone say things like, we're in a meeting, we have donors on the call, and we're just talking.
Yeah.
And someone will say, okay, the rest of us understand hunger. Okay, not Helena, but the rest of us understand. Why would you do that? Like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to separate. Like,
you're trying to say that some people can't relate.
Like, also very unnecessary. Being, like I said, as a person who I take everything at face value, I don't know how to go behind your back, and the politicking I don't do. So, how
you deal with that?
Yeah, that was a culture shock. I have been blessed to be in spaces where, at the end of the day, maybe sometimes it takes longer than it should, but at the end of the day, the truth comes out.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day. Sometimes it comes out when I have already left the place. Sometimes it comes out during. Sometimes I'm lucky enough, it comes out immediately, where someone is being read immediately. The space I'm in now, the sector I'm in now is cutthroat. And I have been in places that are cutthroat, but banking is cutthroat.
Really?
Oh, banking is cutthroat. And you watch someone and the way they are moving and you're like, for what though? For what?
So how do you handle that situation? Because now, if it's happening like that and you also have to fight back in that manner, it creates a whole chaos.
I don't fight in that manner. I just
like you
don't.
said, you let the truth come out.
I don't. So sometimes it is seen, sometimes it is unfortunately not. Sometimes people will choose your side, sometimes they won't. It is all the grace of God. I am covered by the blood of Jesus on a daily basis. That's all I can do. My best, and that's it.
How did you have to build that thick skin? Because if they're doing that, that means also there's a lot of, bad criticism that is not even building you, but just to make sure you fail. How do you build that thick skin of like, it is what it is, I know I'm good at this and I'm going to win at the end of the day?
It's a mix of things. It's upbringing. It is deciding that I'm going to focus on my work, and hopefully the work will speak.
Yeah.
Hopefully the work will speak. It is being true to your word and true to people. Because you hear people be like, anyway, I'd rather deal with Helena. She tells the truth. It's not being said in a nice way, but it's being said. For me, the main point is, I tell the truth.
Yeah.
That's the main point for me. All these other things we're but visitors in this world, so you waste your time on that jazz.
How's that? You're having a lot of work and then you're having a lot of people also.
And that's my thing. There's way too much work. You have crazy hard targets. You have two people.
I was going to ask, first and foremost, I feel like anybody who works in a bank and all of that, they know about money. Like, they know about saving, they know how to do this. I feel like you know how to handle money and all of that. Let's just talk to my people, because how do
First of all, that's an assumption.
Like, it is not true.
That's an assumption. I think people who work in banks, that's an assumption.
How do you work with money? I don't know how to handle money.
You're supposed to know. You're supposed to. But that's an assumption. You're supposed to. But yeah, let's talk money. Sorry, before I go.
No. So we are talking about, and one of the things that your bank are doing that I really, really love is supporting people on how to grow their finances, to be stable and all of that. Let's talk about financial decisions.
Okay, so I guess we're talking about the younger audience now, right?
Yes.
And I'll go downhill first. Comparison is the killer, the thief, I don't know what other negative word to use, of joy, of growth, and of happiness. So I'll sit down in my house and I will look at someone's Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok, whatever, and look at the life this person is living, and then start making decisions according to that person, wanting to be like that person.
Yeah.
So you're not saving money, you're not making enough to
live their life.
To live their life, but you want to live the life. So you start acting like you can live the life. This vibes on vibes every day. There is a hang on Sunday, there is a hang on Monday. Am I saying the wrong? See my age at your hang. What
No, I
words
think
do they
there's two. Is it plot?
plot?
It's a plot.
And this is hanging. There is a plot. There's plot on Sunday, plot on Monday. I was told that the busiest plot day in Uganda in Kampala is Sunday, which shocked the living daylights out of me.
Because there's work on Monday.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And please, there is plot every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you think you are going to do plot every day and also be financially stable, it does not mix and match.
Unless you're going illegal.
Unless you're going illegal. Unless you're doing things that you can't tell your parents or children about. That's a different story.
And we're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about ordinary. So comparison for me, I think, is the biggest stealer and thief of joy. Yeah. Because what then happens is you try to live way above your means. The best way to do things, to grow, is one, to be patient and to think of things in my time, in your own time, in your own space, right?
Create your own rules.
Because if you are, and it doesn't hurt to splurge once in a while. Especially when dime has just fallen in.
Yeah. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Mm.
But don't treat yourself every day. Treat yourself for sure. But don't treat yourself every day. Because then you're never going to save. You're never going to be able to save a shilling.
And things happen. And that's how COVID came, when there was no savings and people were really going through it. Yeah.
I mean, how many, I hate to go there, but how many suicides happened at that time? I don't know how many offices were out, even where I was working at the time. People taking their own lives because, one, that salary they were earning was taking care of their household their mothers, as Africans, paying black tax is a thing, right? Their mother, their auntie, their uncle, their brother, their sister, there was so much happening, and people had to pay that black tax. And you get to a point and there's no savings, there's no nothing, and you take your own life because you just can't do it anymore. Which was such a sad thing. But you have to figure out how to save. It would also be nice to have a dual income household. By that I mean have multiple sources of income. So whatever hustle you can do on the side, whatever your passion is, make that passion make money for you.
By the way, all these things he's talking about are biblical, because there's also a scripture in the Bible that talks about having multiple sources of income. Also the comparison she talked about, the Bible calls it actually, if you compare yourself, you are a fool. That's a heavy word. Not my words, trust me, it's in the Bible. The different multiple sources of income.
There was a point where pyramid schemes had become a thing, and they would tell you, why should you be why should someone else be your boss?
When you can be your own.
Let me tell you, that stuff will lead you down the wrong path very quickly. You will go down the wrong road very quickly, because that get rich quick. Those things don't last. Okay, you can be lucky and blessed easily.
It's a one time though. I've never had anybody successful saying that that's how they got there. Really.
But the truth is they're there. But it's about how you then treat your blessing. But whatever you do, whatever your hustle is, even TikTok, whatever your hustle is, make it make sense for you financially. Turn that hobby into find a way of monetizing.
I love that you're talking about, because I had a question for you on personal branding and all of that. So I feel like, you know what, just take it up in there, because that's where really this is going, and I love that.
Personal branding is, you have to figure out how you want to show up every time you show up, right? I have seen some influencers that have grown, and I'm proud of them. They have grown into their lifestyle, but they have made it a business. Also, they came out of going back and forth with people on social media, because that kills your brand. No brand, big brand, wants to sponsor you. No big brand wants to work with you when things like that happen. So you have to be careful about how you show up, even on social media. What is your brand? How am I showing up for people? If I want to monetize the person, Helena, how am I showing up? How am I speaking to people? What is my brand? Am I going the Christian route? Am I going the sports route? Am I going the momfluencer route? Am I going the travel route? And am I actually
be all over?
Don't be all over, because when you're all over, there's no believability. If today you're talking about football, and then suddenly it is skincare, house sides. And I mean, you can really truly be into the two, but believability goes down. It also becomes difficult for brands. So if DSTV wants to sponsor you or work with you or collaborate with you on something about football, but you have been talking football and then suddenly you're talking about skincare, they're like, you lose credibility on both sides. You lose credibility on the side of the brands that want to collaborate with you. You lose credibility on the side of the audiences
as well,
that are following you. So you have to be careful about the way you show up. You have to be intentional about the way you show up.
How important is your reputation?
It's important because you want people to be speaking positively about you in rooms that you're not. Because you talked about destiny helpers in the beginning. You don't know who your destiny helper is. And if someone fronts you for something and your destiny helper is in the room and they're like, hey, I know her, this person is on point, that's good for you.
Yeah.
My job is to guard the reputation of the bank on a daily basis. I wake up every day to navigate the reputation economy every day. Whatever else I'm doing, that's an important role, right? I think especially when you're in this life out there or whatever, actually just generally, try and do that for self.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you don't know where your destiny helpers are. You might be portraying a certain outlook for the bosses.
Okay.
Meanwhile, people on the other end
ground
can't work with you. I was told of a lady, Kenyan lady, who was working for a multinational, and she had climbed up very hardworking. She had climbed up the ranks to regional manager, right? She was running the whole of East Africa. And because her numbers just did the talking for her, she was taken to New York. She had been regional manager based in Kenya for 13 years. Flown to New York to be in the head office. And she was, what do they call it? Senior vice president. She was let go in a space of 3 months.
What happened?
Her people relations just didn't vibe. And you know those people, they don't play games.
Yeah, they don't,
So your IQ is one thing, but your EQ needs to be even higher. Your knowledge is one thing, but your emotional, the way you show up, the way you relate, the reputation you have, that is another thing. And there are organizations, especially multinationals now, that look more, they're not asking for your CV to see your education background, whatever. That's archaic to them. That's not what they're looking for. Because for them, skill can be taught. But behavior, you're too old to be taught behavior. You're an old dog, you can't be taught new tricks.
So as we wind up, one thing about me is I'm passionate about God, and you are as well. And we cannot close this episode without actually, talking about what your relationship with God is like when somebody's watching. Because most of these things, people don't talk about their faith. So they're like, no one made it because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And meanwhile, you be on your knees in those night times saying, God, 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 God. What is your relationship like, and how important is it to really keep that fire burning throughout your career and your life as well?
The most important relationship in my life is with God. The reason I am here now, I am alive, I am a testimony, I am a blessing, I am blessed to be a blessing for others, is because of God. It's because He sees something in me that even I am still looking for. I talked briefly earlier when I talked about I went through something in 2016, but somehow He kept at me. He kept me going. God is my He's my everything.
He is the God. He is the God.
In 2019, I've had these big things happen at different times of my life. In 2019, I broke both of my legs.
What were you doing? Sorry to ask. I'm going to be an African mother.
Right? I was at a boot camp, and it was on concrete. And I jumping tires in and out of big tractor tires. And as I was landing, this leg got stuck in the tire and it folded. Now I saw it happen. I saw this leg folding. So I tried to stop myself with this other leg. And they both did this.
Oh no.
Like both legs cracked. And I tried to, instinct, you're fallen, so you try to stand up.
Clearly you're doing big things, so the devil was really mad. Both legs at the same time.
Both. I tried to get up and I couldn't, of course. And I had to be carried out. By the time, they just carried me out of one room and sat me out right outside the room. By the time we got outside the room, my legs were swollen. They were, it was a whole thing.
Scary.
I had to, of course I couldn't work. I'm in orthopedic surgeon after orthopedic surgeon.
How long did that take?
It took a while. I still have issues sometimes. Like
Oh,
if I've been
wow.
standing or working for too long, my legs swell. If you feel the pain, you start feeling a pinching pain in that area. What actually takes very long to heal is your ligaments. My ligaments in both legs tore. Ligaments take so long to heal. Anyway, all that to say, I am a living, breathing testimony.
Jesus.
My God is a
enemy
good
was
God.
after you.
He really
God.
tried, but look at who is sitting in front of you now. In high heels, no less.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We thank God.
So,
We thank God.
yeah.
So if you are there and watching, yes, you need God. Helena, it has been quite a pleasant conversation. I've learned so much from you. Like, oof, and I'm sure the viewers feel the same way. So thank you. Thank you so much for coming, for sparing, because I know how busy you are. So thank you really for finally we are here. No wonder we had to take all that time. I had to get all the knowledge, everything, because it was quite really an opportunity.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And thank you so much for listening and watching this far. I am sure you've been blessed just the same way I was blessed. See you on the next episode. I love you. God loves you more.